96.1, KIX 96, KIX Cares for Kids. Call the Global Credit Union phone line right now. We still have 17 minutes left for every nickel that you give. Every dollar is double. How's that work?
Well, Global Credit Union, thanks to Global Credit Union, has given us basically carte blanche. So if you call and make a $10 per month donation or a one-time donation, they're going to double your money. And you know how important that is because the funding stays right here locally to help our community. Not only does it help our community, but it helps, for instance, Karen. Karen is with us. Karen has a son, 7 years old, named Aiden, and you're from Montana.
That's right, Kalispell, Montana.
And you've been here since Sunday. And your child was life flighted here.
That's
that
right.
Correct?
Yeah.
And without the help of Children's Miracle Network, that might have not been possible. They're funding that, and that's a lot of money. And that's why we need your help. Global Credit Union, for the next 16 minutes, is going to match every single dollar so we can help more people, not just in our community, but look at Karen and her child. Being able to be here right now. We're going to talk to her about her experience, but we need those phones to ring. There's not a phone ringing right now.
Yep. Yeah, and we need to be doubling up on it. Ready.
Take advantage. Put it on your credit card.
So, anyway, Karen, can you kind of tell us the story, what happened to Aiden? And if you were life flighted all the way over here, it must have been something very serious.
Yeah, he has an intractable epilepsy. He's had epilepsy. It started when he was about 4 and a half. Doctors aren't sure why he has the epilepsy. Can't really control it. It's an uncontrolled epilepsy. He has seizures almost every day. And he went into something called non-convulsive status, which is basically where the seizures continue and don't stop.
Oh, no.
And we were actually in our local hospital in Kalispell, Montana, and they did try a Versed drip there for him. But as we weaned off it, he went back into having those seizures, and we needed to go elsewhere where they had a pediatric neurologist, which we don't have in Montana. So our doctor called here, and they were able to take us here and had a plane up in Kalispell in about an hour and a half from when she called, which is pretty amazing.
Wow.
And we were life flighted down. It took about less than an hour to get here.
So are you a nurse or a doctor? Or?
No.
So you have all this terminology.
Oh, do I? I don't think I realize it anymore.
I mean, but you're talking about things that you shouldn't have to be talking about, right? So, you know, just to give people an idea how important this is, the pediatric transport, Northwest MedStar, they have specially trained care for high-risk babies. Normally they don't fly anything younger than 28 days. We have it here. It's the state's only specialized neonatal pediatric transportation team with a ground ambulance, and part of Children's Miracle Network supports this. Last year, 400 pediatric patients, 250 neonatals, 250 high-risk maternal patients, all taken care of by Children's Miracle Network. So it has to impact your life, right, Karen? You know, do you get a sense, even though you're from Montana, I don't know if you have family here or not. Do you know anybody here? I mean,
we do actually have some friends and families close by, and that's one reason we opted to come here to
do you feel comfortable that you leave the doctor you trust to come to an organization that maybe you're not familiar with? How was that bridging?
It was good. I mean, the doctors here have been great. They were helpful.
But there's a way out of this. Why should somebody pick up the phone right now and make a donation? It's just $10 a month, right?
Well, Aiden unfortunately spent a lot of time in hospitals over the past 2 years. But being here, he's been here for like 4 days now, and he's on a Versed drip, which means that he has to be in the ICU. He's hooked up to tons of machinery. He has to pretty much stay there, take an occasional walk. And so he's actually, pretty active from the sound of seizures, a normal 7-year-old. So he's normal 7-year-old things, and we could bring a lot from our quick trip here. So Child Life has been great about bringing in all sorts of things, and paints and paper and reading projects and toys and lots of things that really help him to feel like he's a regular kid rather than a kid with 100 wires.
Oh, call right now for Aiden. Just one person call for Aiden, 232-KIDS 5437. The thing, talk about a little bit about life care specialists. Nettie and Tammy, we've been, this is our 8th year together. What do they do? Maybe the audience doesn't quite know what a life care specialist does for you.
Yeah, I mean, one thing they do is bring in lots of projects and toys for Aiden, but I think what I really noticed yesterday when they came in was just the energy that they bring into the room. I mean, the nurses here are great and the doctors are great, but they're there to do their job. But when the Child Life people come in, they're there to play, they're there to bring in this wonderful energy, which, he really needs. And as parents, we bring some of that, but we're pretty tired because we've been doing this and, we need to get our sleep and take care of them. So they really do bring this great energy into the room. For instance, Laura came in the other day and Aiden was playing with a little toy and wanted to handcuff her. you know, a nurse might say, well, you don't have time for that. But Laura was totally into, yeah, handcuff me. Oh no, I'm trapped. And he'd love that, you know, because he could like trap, you know, handcuff someone, especially when he's being poked and prodded. You know, he just loved the opportunity to play with someone like that.
That diversion means a lot, doesn't it? So, do you have other siblings, Karen?
No, other children.
So this is 100% concentration for you. And what do you do? How do you make it? I admire parents, and where do you find the strength? What do you read?
Faith is part of it. Family and friends, great family and friends, certainly good doctors and nurses and childcare specialists. I think like anything, when you're faced with an obstacle, you find the strength inside to do it.
And it's your baby.
And it's your child, and you can play more.
Oh, that's fantastic. 232 kids 5437. Anything else that you'd like to motivate the audience to call? Because they're going to get double their money. Global Credit Union's open up the checkbook. A pretty important time to be able to do that. We're running out of time right now for this match. 13 minutes. Anything else that you could tug at someone's heartstrings to pick up the phone and call?
Well, I never thought my kid was developing normally until 4 1/2, and it just came down. You never know when you're going to run into this in your life, and it's just so important to remember those people and realize that you can be there anytime. It's so important to pitch it and help out and help people's lives better.
Well, you're an inspiration. God bless you, and thanks for sharing your story, Karen. Kicking off another
Country Six Pack?
Yeah.
With the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Here, let's give that number again. 232 KIDS 5437 or 866-511-5437.
It's